Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, Red Queen Tarot. Today we're doing readings for November. Let's see which sign is next. Gemini. Welcome Gemini. Could be your sun, moon, rising, Venus or North Node. Let's see what the Gemini Collective needs to hear for November. First, I'll start off by noting that there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse November 8th, and that'll be happening 22 degrees Aries. This is sidereal astrology. So if you are a Gemini rising, this is your first house as Gemini, then this would be happening in your 11th house of social life, like social media, friendships, acquaintances, social groups, things like that. Lunar eclipses are times of changes where things leave your life generally. So you could be changing the group of people that you associate with. Maybe due to an upgrade of your social status, or you started a new project that's an entirely new subject area for you and you're finding a group of individuals to study with. And then I did forget to mention that November 23rd then we'll have a new moon in Scorpio at 6 degrees. So that will be in your 6th house then of everyday activities, health, daily routine, pets. That's the house of Virgo. So you could start a new health regimen or routine by the end of the month, Gemini. Or you could get a new pet. Let's see what Gemini needs to know for November. Oh, and I'm using the Good Tarot. I forget the author's name, but this deck I've had for a while, but I forgot about it. It was in the bottom of my box. So I'll be curious to see, after months that I have not touched this deck, what comes out. All right, so underneath the deck we have the Seven of Earth, Seven of Coins. Alrighty, so this is, I believe, Saturn in Capricorn. So there's a lot of discipline, there's patience, you're waiting for something to be mature enough to harvest. You've put in the effort and now you're just waiting for nature to take its course. So let's see what the rest of the message has for us. If we can expect these deliveries in November. Nine of Earth, which certainly looks like it. So that is Venus in Capricorn, or Venus in Virgo. So strong feminine earth energy, abundance, wealth, sovereignty, independence. This is just a very bold, feminine, secure force. Next to that, we have the Queen of Air. Okay, here you are, Gemini. Could be Aquarius or Libra also. Let's see the rest of this message. Two of Fire, Two of Wands. Going on a journey. And the Ten of Earth. Wow. So we started the reading with the Seven of Coins underneath. There's some patience required, some discipline, some hard work and effort. We saw it pay off in the Nine of Earth. The Queen of Swords, she's very diplomatic, responsible, logical, intelligent. There might have been a wise investment that you made, a decision to move your assets from one investment to another, or just there's something that you've been studying and researching for a long time, and now it's finally paying off. Some of you might be finishing school, getting a degree, but it's leading to long-term stability and security. This is like the family wealth, the dynasty card, the inheritance card too. So I love her little pet wolf down there. But there's also a treasure chest. But it's secure, it's guarded, it's protected, it's divinely ordained that you have control over these assets. I'm going to get some clarifiers. I don't think I really need any, but I'll take this Syrian Starseed Tarot. Since they're both such large decks, I can angle that down a little more. It's like your wealth is taking you places. It's enabling you to travel. With the owl there and the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords, I see a lot of long distance travel. I know it's a giraffe in the picture, but I thought of a camel walking through a desert. It's the endurance to go the distance. There's a lot of stamina, I think, that you've exhibited lately, Gemini. It's been persistence. Okay, this last one wants to come up. Let's look at it first. Three of crystals. Okay. Again, more earth energy. This is building a foundation, the beginning steps. You might be, again, coming together with like-minded individuals to establish a foundation or start a business together. Again, something that's going to be long-term successful. It might be a travel agency or some kind of making money off of travel in one way or another, whether it's advertising or being an agent. And then we have the Ace of Flames, Ace of Wands, definitely new beginning. Like things are starting off with a bang. This full moon lunar eclipse in Aries, that's a fire sign. So there's action that you're able to take after a long period of inaction and patience in the Seven of Earth. Now you're able to move forward because the Ace comes directly before the Two. So there's progress here. Next to that, King of Wands, Master of Flames. So we have the Queen of Air and the King of Wands. Now, air and fire do complement each other very well, just as earth and water do. So you could be dealing with Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, especially with the Ace of Wands here. It could be a new intimate partner. So sparks fly. Also in this card, the Two of Fire, with the giraffe holding this lantern, it makes me think of the Hermit card too. So, and with all the earth energy surrounding it, we could also be seeing a Virgo, because Virgo shares your planetary ruler, Gemini. You both are ruled by the planet Mercury. So there's a lot of compatibility there too. Or you might have a choice between two people who approach you. We have the Nine of Cups. Wow, this is overwhelming joy, happiness, and fulfillment. This is the wish card, wish come true. I'm jealous of your reading, Gemini, but at the same time I'm not, because I have a lot of planets there myself. So I'm looking forward to whatever blessing this is. Again, I haven't touched this good tarot deck for a long time. I'm glad I pulled it out today. And finally, we're going to see the 10 of Flames, 10 of Wands. All right, that's the end of a cycle. You see this person, they're carrying this burden on their back. It's like all this weight. It's something that you're able to let go of after a long period. There we go. Long period of time. Maybe somebody who's been working too much, they're able to see some relief now. They're able to put the wands down. He has the Ace of Wands in his hands. But yeah, that's 10 total in the picture. But it's like you've carried around enough weight for this long, whether it be emotional, physical, or somebody else's responsibilities. But there's like, you're going to be able to pass the torch. You're going to be able to put down that burden. Somebody else can deal with it. You've got life to live. There's travel to be had, places to go, people to see. And hopefully together with this King of Flames, the cards don't reflect gender. They could be either or. But I definitely see air and fire feeding each other this month, because fire needs air to breathe. And anyway, we have underneath this deck, I wanted to see abundance. Okay, this is the Empress card. Absolutely. How could you not be abundant with the 10 of coins and the 9 of coins there, and the 9 of cups? So 2 10s, I just realized now. 10 of earth, 10 of wands. So yeah, there's a completion. It's something that you've been waiting for a long time that's going to leave you feeling abundant and fulfilled. Well, this is my favorite reading so far for November. Let me see what the Queen of the Moon Oracle has to say, because again, I feel like this full moon lunar eclipse in Leo is going to ignite something. Full moons are great for, things coming to maturity, fulfillment, as seen in the 9 of Cups and 10 of Earth. So what is, okay, our Queen of the Moon Oracle, self-reflection, number 17. Well, you are the twins, Gemini, and it looks like, I mentioned here again in the 3 of crystals, and here we have 3 figures. Actually, there's 4. I didn't notice her back there. So it is a set of twins in the reflection. Interesting. Okay. But them holding hands, that coming together, that partnership, that support that they offer each other. Okay, what does the book say? All right, be curious about your own nature. Choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who and what you are and want. The more you know about yourself, the more you are able to steer yourself well. Know what you believe and why, yet be open to the development of new beliefs and ways of being. I am not afraid to look deeply at myself in all aspects. Both scientists and spiritual practitioners believe there's much benefit to be had in self-reflection. The process involves us thinking about what is happening, how we react, and make sense of it. It exposes our strengths and weaknesses and gives us information to make changes if we choose to. It gives us a small respite in the busyness of life and allows our brain to make some sense of the chaos we experience each day. As self-reflection is something we all would benefit from doing, why don't we do it? First, self-reflection requires us to slow down somewhat and turn our awareness inward, something that does not come naturally to some, and especially not the highly extroverted. Starting small and maybe getting assistance with someone else as a guide can solve this. Second, some people are not sure exactly how to self-reflect and so do not try. To change this, examine the various ways to self-reflect during a regular 5-minute recap of the day as you commute home or before dinner. Sit quietly and think about all that has happened and all your reactions to it and the moon on this moon every moon cycle. Record how you feel each day. There are many ways to self-reflect and one will suit you. Third, some people self-reflect, but when they do, they don't feel like the feelings of vulnerability, anger, guilt, or even defensiveness then this incurs. Why go there? Why isn't it when it isn't pleasant? Here is where we grow our self-responsibility. Short-term pain will certainly be worth long-term gain if we do not ignore the elephant in the room. A regular practice of self-reflection allows us to intercede before problems get too big. We can, for example, catch ourselves before something gets way out of hand. We can apologize and make amends to someone for our mistake. We can catch negative patterns and stop them in their tracks. The theme of waning gibbous moons, of which this is the first, is the process of self-reflection and building resilience. The companion stone or metal is tiger's eye. That's amazing because I just put this on my altar before I started the reading as the tiger's eye pyramid. So cool. That's here. All right, so self-reflection. I think once this thing comes to fulfillment, it's obviously you're going to be able to free up your time, spend more time with yourself about how you got to where you are now, and what you're going to do with your newfound abundance moving forward, how you're going to disseminate that or share that with the world or use it to express yourself and fulfill your purpose. So I'm going to get a mystical wisdom card to accompany that. Also, it could just be attracting your equal partner, your self-reflection, someone who's your twin. Could be a twin flame if you follow that theory. Okay, so this fell out on the floor. Gratitude, be grateful for all you have. Absolutely, that's going to attract more abundance. Being grateful for what you already have, and it looks just like time, free time. They're leisurely playing in the sand in the ocean. Maybe again, I saw some of you traveling. You might be going to a beach. That would be nice, far away. And we're gonna take a look now at your archetype card. But this is a beautiful November for you. There's something definitely blossoming, or that's coming to fruition. You're going to see a lot of rewards for previous effort. That effort's apparent here in the Ten of Wands. You did the work. Whether that was confronting your shadow through the self-reflection and finding out, what you no longer accept as your truth. All right. Let's get one card for Gemini November. Archetype for Gemini. Okay. We have Kairos, number 76. I like the blues theme here. There's a lot of blue, and even in this abundance card, there we go. Makes me think of the throat chakra. You do rule the third house of communication, Gemini, so we do like to talk. Yes, the book for Kairos. That's what I was doing. We're also easily distractible. At least I am, I know. Okay. Okay, Kairos, mythic time, synchronicity. We have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this nonlinear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So, when you feel this urgency to move and take action on something that you intuitively know is going to benefit you in some way, don't hesitate. So, uh, this has to do, Kairos has to do with alignment, ease in decisions and actions. Compare the Greek words chronos and kairos. This will guide you to an understanding of logos and mythos. So, Chronos is Saturn, Father Time, and we started this reading with Saturn in Capricorn, here with the Seven of Coins. So, again, patience, discipline, respect for authority, the boundaries, playing by the rules. There's something that you're being rewarded for karmically because you put in the effort, you did the work. And then the word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness. When it becomes a nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. Yeah. So this blessing can't come in until it's ripe. Like I mentioned, the harvest and the Seven of Coins. You're sitting there waiting for these seeds to mature so you can pluck them. So when the time is right to take action, take action. And that might come with you acting as the King of Wands, or having, when this King of Wands arrives, you'll know that that's the opportunity you've been waiting for. And I mean, he can be an entrepreneur as well, but he's one who is just, he's very closely related to the Emperor, which is ruled by Aries. Okay, so action oriented, and this has to do with timing and divine timing. So we can't pick a fruit before it's ripe, or else it will not taste good. It won't be enjoyable. So I'm going to relight this incense. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we are. Now, let's see what the angels and ancestors have for us. One message for Gemini. November. Okay, that one flipped over. The Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Yeah, there's definitely this heart ablaze, hearts on fire feeling here with this Ace of Flames. There's something that just brings you to life, or just ignites this passion within you, and then you suddenly know. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Okay, yeah, open your heart. Let yourself love and be loved. So there's no more reason to feel afraid. Like, and I mentioned here with the wolf showing up next to this treasure chest, you know, there's a guardian there that's protected. It's secure, whatever it is. So there's no fear of loss or lack. And are making magic cards. I don't think I need anything else. Oh, I guess I'll take an animal totem or animal oracle deck. But first, what magic cards can Gemini use? All right, I'm going to go with these top 3. Safe and happy travel. Protection from harm when journeying. Okay, I did mention some of you could be traveling abroad, long distances. So that guarantees a secure trip. Prosperity, prosperous business with riches and success. Yeah, with the 3 of coins there, I mentioned you might be building something. And then we have the Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. This is the Alchemer. The Philosopher's Stone is the, what is that? But yeah, the, how to turn lead into gold. It's the alchemy stone. But anyway, you're the magician then. I mean, you have that power. You've created this prosperity, this protection. Let's see. There's just a lot of beautiful blessings this month. Let's see what your animal totem is that comes up. And we'll wrap this reading up. One card for Gemini. Which animal would like to speak to Gemini? All right. Number 14, the dog. Well, we did have a wolf on the one picture. So some of you, I mentioned there's a new moon in your 6th house. If you're a Gemini rising, that could be getting a new pet. You have a familiar, a companion, a protector, a guardian. Let's see what the book says about our dog friend. Or, I mean, you could just be attracting a loyal friend at this time. Let's see, yeah, the title of the card is Loyalty. All the Southwest and Plains Indians tribes had dogs. These noble animals would often give warning signals of approaching danger. They helped in the hunt and were a great source of warmth on long winter nights. Since the canine tribe has many breeds, early Indian dogs were usually half wild. This wilderness, however, never divested the owners of their dogs' innate loyalty. Dog has been considered the servant of humanity throughout history. If a person carries dog medicine, he or she is usually serving others in humanity in some way. Here you will find the charity worker, the philanthropist, the nurse, the counselor, the minister, and the soldier. Dog was the servant soldier that guarded the tribe's lodges from surprise attack. Dog is a medicine that embodies the loving gentleness of best friend and the half-wild protector energy of territorial imperative. Like Anubis, the jackal dog protector of Egypt, dog is a guardian. Throughout history, dog has been the guardian of hell, as well as ancient secrets, hidden treasures, and babies, while mothers were cooking or in the fields. Dog honors its gifts and is loyal to the trust placed in its care. In examining dog medicine, you might find that you have fond personal memories of owning and loving dog as a pet. The message that dog is trying to give you is that you must delve deeply into the sense of service to others. Canines are genuinely service-oriented animals and are devoted to their owners with a sense of loyalty that supersedes how they are treated. If dog has been yelled at or paddled, it still returns love to the person who is the source of its bad treatment. This does not come from stupidity, but rather from a deep and compassionate understanding of human shortcomings. It is as if a tolerant spirit dwells in the heart of every canine that asks only to be of service. You can also see dogs that have had the loyalty beaten out of them. Their owner, they cower and cry at the slightest look of disapproval, but this is not their normal nature. Some varieties of dogs have been trained against their natures to be brutal and vicious. Out of a sense of service, these breeds have adopted the attack-oriented desires of their owners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means if they are to be approved of by their masters. Dog medicine asks you to look at how readily your sense of loyalty is countermanded by your need for approval. If you have pulled the dog card today, there are several questions you need to consider depending on the situation about which you are asking. Have I recently forgotten that I owe my allegiance to my personal truth in life? Is it possible that gossip or the opinions of others have jaded my loyalty to a certain friend or group? I mentioned you might be aligning yourself with new friend groups with the full moon lunar eclipse happening on the 8th. Have I denied or ignored someone who's trying to be my loyal friend? Have I been loyal and true to my goals? Okay, yeah, this is about, I think, knowing yourself and being loyal to your truth. And I found this interesting passage here about how the certain breeds adopted attack-oriented desires for their owners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means and if they are to be approved of by their masters. So apply that to the human context, that if we're all carrying around this generational trauma that our ancestors experienced that they never resolved or let go or transmuted in their own lives, if it's maybe that's what's leading to your prosperity, even if it's not physical wealth or money, it's an abundance of health or happiness because you're able to purge and release this burden, this 10 of Wands, this ancestral pain or karma or something that you're able to work off maybe out of service to others. But in a way you're serving, yourself. By serving yourself, that's going to make you more available and full of energy in order to be of service to the world. So you have to take care of yourself first. And I think that with the Nine of Coins, that was the first card out of this drawing, that was emphasizing self-love. And that has to do with this card as well. Love and let yourself be loved by yourself. And maybe that's why the self-reflection came up as well. It's like it's requiring you to love yourself unconditionally and recognize what is a part of you and what isn't. What are you being loyal to? Are you staying in some mindset out of guilt or limiting yourself because you want your family's approval? You're afraid to shine your true light because that might, look bad on them or something, as an example. But be loyal to yourself and your true goals. That's what's going to make you feel most fulfilled in the abundance card. And who knows, that might lead to you being your own self-sufficient business person who is able to create this wealth and stability for themselves. Okay. I think that's all I have for you this month, Gemini. That was an incredible reading. I really enjoyed it. If you did too, please let me know in the comments below, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.